In today's video, we're going straight to Chinatown and we are making the most incredible chicken lo mein. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of More Seasoning. I am your host, Farnham, and today, we're going straight to Chinatown and we're making some amazing chicken lo mein noodles. Now listen, when it comes to More Seasoning, we like to amp up and change a lot of dishes, but for me, chicken lo mein is just something you have to do the traditional way. So we're not trying to reinvent the wheel here today. We're just trying to make the most incredible lo mein you've ever had in your life at your house. Hey, before we jump into the recipe though, please scroll down, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and drop a comment below and show some love down there. Like I said, chicken lo mein noodles, we're on the way. Let's go. All right, a lot of ingredients here that you're probably not familiar with, but let me talk to you real quick. Punch in. When's the last time you did something for the first time? Seriously, why don't you step out of your comfort zone and just head to your local Asian market, right? It might be weird for you, might be uncomfortable, a lot of things you've never seen before in there as far as food and ingredients go, but it's good. It's good to get diverse, it's good to try different things, it's good to step out of your comfort zone. So that's what I want you to do in order to make this incredible lo mein noodles. The ingredients you're gonna need are boneless, skinless chicken breast, bok choy, cabbage, a white onion, they ran out of Publix, so I got yellow. Use white though. Green onion, 1 carrot, medium, not the little bite-sized ones. Garlic, ginger, whole mushrooms, lo mein noodles, sesame oil, soy sauce, oyster sauce, dark soy sauce. Yes, it makes a difference. Avocado oil. If I butcher it, I'm sorry to all my Chinese speakers. Shaoxing wine, cornstarch, white pepper, and sugar. All right, so now that you've accepted the fact that you're going to your local Asian market and you're going to make this, we're gonna prep out some chicken, right? All we're gonna do is we're gonna take 1 chicken breast and we're gonna slice it thinly against the grain, very thin slices. We want them to be bite-sized pieces, just like in lo mein, into a bowl. Once your chicken is sliced and diced, now we're gonna go ahead and throw it in the marinade while we prep everything else. So we're gonna start with about half a tablespoon of some avocado oil. Next, we're going in with half a teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon white pepper, 1 tablespoon regular soy sauce, 1 tablespoon Shaoxing wine, and half a tablespoon cornstarch. Once we got everything in the bowl, we're gonna go ahead and mix. Now, the reason why we use cornstarch is because that's gonna velvet the chicken. It's gonna give it that luxurious texture that comes with lo mein and any Chinese chicken dish that you're gonna have that's not fried. So all we're doing is mixing this up, and once everything is thoroughly coated, we're just gonna let this sit on the side. And once this is done, we'll start chopping up the veggies. All right, we're gonna start with the carrot. Now, I want you to remember Sawyer's girlfriend on Lost. That's what we're doing to this carrot, a julienne cut, okay? It's a little different, but let's do it traditionally. All we're gonna do is we're gonna square the sides off so we got a nice flat surface. We're gonna cut these into very thin planks, stack the planks, and then cut them down the sides. If you want, you can cut them in half. Then we're gonna just scoop it up into the bowl. Next, we've got some bok choy. These are real simple to do. They kind of taste like a cross between like spinach and broccoli. They're very good when they're nice and sauteed. So all we're gonna do is come down here by the root and we'll just cut that, and then they just fall apart. And I usually like to grab the longer leafy pieces and toss the core. All right, now we're gonna take a tear jerker, cut it in half, and then we're just gonna rough chop, scoop it up into the bowl. If this was a doctor and your son was hurt, could we say that Cabbage Patch Kids? No? All right, sorry. Anyway, we're gonna cut this in half, and then just like our iceberg lettuce, finely slice it down the side, just like that. Then we're gonna scoop it up into the bowl. Stay out of the cow pastures. We got some regular baby bella mushrooms right here. And all we're gonna do is hit these with a fine slice, scoop them up into the bowl. All right, next, in a separate bowl, we're gonna do our ginger and our garlic. All we're gonna do with our ginger is go ahead and fine chop up 1 tablespoon's worth, scoop it up into the bowl. All right, so right here, I've got 5 little pieces of indigestion, and all we're gonna do is cut the butt off, slap, pull that shell off, fine chop, scoop it up into the bowl. All right, the last thing we have to do is cut up this green onion. I've got 3½ stalks here, and all we're gonna use is the greens. We're just gonna cut it up into like thirds. All right, and the last of our prep work, I know, it's quite a bit, but once we get to the stove, it's super easy. We have to make our lo mein sauce, right? So all we're gonna do is we're gonna start with 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon oyster sauce, 1 tablespoon dark soy sauce, 1 tablespoon Shaoxing, 1 teaspoon sesame oil, 1/4 teaspoon white pepper, half tablespoon sugar, 1 tablespoon of water, and half a tablespoon of cornstarch. Now you might be wondering why I'm talking like this, because we're about to use accent. That's right, you don't have to use MSG, but if you want to, all you do is just a little sprinkle in there, and that'll just make things taste wonderful. And now we mix. Now we're sauced up, bossed up, all our prep work is done. We can slide on over to the stove. Let's go. All right, here we are over at the stove, and this is what your setup is gonna look like. All right, on this end, you'll see everything is laid out in order from the way it's going to be cooked. Next to that, I've got a wok. Now, this isn't a traditional wok, but it'll work. Next to that, I've got boiling water for my noodles. And next to that, I've got my noodles, a bowl for my cooked chicken, and a bowl for my strained noodles. All right, this is gonna go quick, so let's get into it. I got avocado oil. I got my wok on a medium-high heat. Just gonna go in with a little drizzle just like that, and our chicken is going right in, and here we go. And that's the exact sound you're looking for. We're just gonna spread this out, and these are gonna cook very fast because they're very thin. Now, when I say these are gonna cook fast, I mean they're gonna cook fast. It's only been about, ow, I got popped, 30 seconds, and the other side is probably gonna be, yeah, look, we're already cooking with grease. Let's get it, baby. Just keep them moving for the next 2 minutes. All right, now remember, this is basically the only time we're gonna cook the chicken. We wanna cook it all the way through. We're just reheating it later. So we wanna get these little brown bits right here. You see this? That little bit of Maillard reaction right there, that fond, like that's what we're going for. So please let these cook a little bit longer until they start to brown, and then we'll be good. All right, it's been about 3 or 4 minutes. Our chicken's good. We got some browning going on. It's gonna be fully cooked, packed with flavor. You can hear it getting nice and quiet as it comes out of that hot pan and that sizzling goes away. So yeah, I mean, these are gonna be amazing. All right, so chicken's done. Now we're gonna do our pasta. Now we wanna undercook this by like a minute or 2 because we're gonna reheat everything when we stir fry it together. So we got our boiling water right here. No, I did not salt this. We got a lot of salt action going on with everything else. Now these are still pretty frozen. That's what the instructions say. So we're just gonna drop it in and let it go for about 3 minutes, and then we'll mix it up. All right, we're pushing about 3 minutes in. We're gonna grapple this and just break it up and let these cook a little bit more. All right, noodles have been in, closing on 5 minutes. Let's bring it over here to the stove. I've got my strainer, and then we're just gonna go ahead and dump these out. No reason to save any of that sauce. And then we gotta hit this, woo, the sauna in here, baby. Look at this. You see these pores clearing up as we speak. Boom, we're gonna hit this with some cold water. That way we stop the cooking process. There we go, beautiful. All right, once those noodles are cooled down, we're going into a bowl. Now the issue is they're already starting, they're gonna stick. So we absolutely have to hit this with some sesame oil. Be a little liberal because we got a lot of noodles here, maybe a tablespoon or so. And then just make sure your hands are clean, and we can just toss those noodles in the sesame oil to prevent that sticking, and also just to add a little bit more flavor in there. And this is where it all comes together. This is where the magic happens. We're back in our wok. We're gonna do another drizzle of olive oil in there. Don't be scared. And once it gets nice and hot, keep all that chicken fond in there. That's flavor. We're going in with our garlic and our ginger, and then we're just gonna mix this around and let it stir fry. All right, after 20 seconds, we don't want that garlic to burn. We're throwing in all of our vegetables. We're gonna let these cook down as well. If you feel like you're crammed for space at first, don't worry. These are all gonna shrivel down and shrink up. And once we get to the place where these are starting to soften up, guys, we're going in right with our cabbage. So here we go, and this cabbage, it's gonna shrink up as well. Don't worry. And we're also gonna hit this with some salt just to pull a little bit more of that moisture out of the veggies, have them shrink up and add flavor. All right, I underestimated it. We got a lot of noodles, so I'm actually just gonna go with a little bit bigger of a pan. Just add a little bit more olive oil for some lubrication, and then we're just gonna transfer, make sure we get all that good stuff out. Now we're mixing over here. Good. Now let's go ahead and add our chicken since everything's softening up. Get all that juice in there. That's all flavor, guys. Do not sleep on any of the good stuff. All right, here we go. We're mixing it in. Oh, that smells incredible. Wow. Noodles in. And here we go, we're going in with our lo mein sauce. Make sure we get every last drop in there, and we're going to mix vigorously and let this reduce down. Listen, once you threw those noodles in and that sauce, honestly, we probably could have did a little bit more sauce for the amount of noodles. I kind of slept on that noodle pack. I forgot the green onion. Now you throw your green onion in at the very end because we want them to remain a little bit crunchy. You can see them floating around in there. And now we can do our taste test. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the moment I've been waiting for. It is taste test time. You see we're on a wide angle, so that means we have to have a guest. We got a second bowl. So introducing to the show, come on, for the first time, my mother. Oh, she's camera shy. So she said she just wants to take a bite and then get off camera, but go ahead and grab it. We're gonna try this chicken lo mein with veggies in 3, 2, 1, go.
That's delicious, Jordan.
Wonderful.
And she's off camera. For real though, this chicken is perfect. The veggies are absolutely cooked to perfection. Jamar, you wanna try? 3, 2, 1.
Hey, that shit good as hell.
All right, so there was definitely a lot more noodles than I expected in there, so I would definitely probably cut a third of the noodles out just to go ahead and increase the sauciness of this a little bit more. But like, I mean, even still, the way that it is, it's perfect. It's nice and light, the perfect amount of salt. The veggies just complement everything so perfectly. This is top tier noodles.
The noodles taste good as hell. This tastes like as if you went to your local Chinese place to
like
get some
P.F.
food.
Chang's.
Yeah, this is good. That's exactly what this tastes like.
P.F. Chang's, we on the way. We're coming al natural, baby. And that MSG tastes amazing. She's back on camera. We're gonna hit the star scale. On a scale of 1 to 5 on the star scale, what are you giving us, Mom?
I give it a 5.
A 5? 5 out of 5 means it couldn't be any better. I think it could be a little bit better, honestly, if we would have cut the noodles down.
Yes, for sure.
So 4.5, you think that's a fair assessment?
I do.
4.5, and all we have to do is make a small change as far as those noodle goes. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Go enjoy it. I think that's the first time I haven't given myself a 5-star.
Did you give it a 4.5?
4.5.
Not a 5?
Hey,
This is the first time.
it's the first time because I'm honest with y'all. If I think it could be a little better, it could be a little better. Hey, if you made it this far, please scroll down, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and drop a comment below. Show some love in the comments. Appreciate you guys for watching. My name is Farnham. This is More Seasoning, and this is probably the best lo mein you'll ever have. Step out of your comfort zone, hit that Asian market, and enjoy. We out.